This is Igbo area.
Biafra Day Celebration. 14 groups to honor friendly nations organizations, May 30th. 14 different pro-Biafra groups have teamed up to mark this year's May 30th Biafra Day celebration and will honor some nations and organizations which they said have remained friendly to Biafra cause. This was disclosed by the leader of the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Masob Uchenna Mado, in a statement signed by him and other pro-Biafra groups leaders, which was made available to newsmen in Abakaliki and Ebonyi State. Although the statement did not disclose the nations and organizations that would be so honored on that day, Madu said upon inquiry that they considered the list because of security reasons. The pro-Biafra groups are Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, MASOB, Eastern People's Congress, EPC, Igbo Youth Cultural and Restoration Initiative, IYCRI, and Billionaire Human Rights Initiative, BHRI. Others are Movement of Biafrans in Nigeria, MOBIN, Biafra National Liberation Council, BNLC, Biafra Revolutionary Organization, BRO, Biafra Liberation Crusade, BLC, and Joint Revolutionary Council of Biafra, JRCB. Also part of the larger groups are Biafra Revolutionary Force, BRF, Customary Government of Biafra, CGB, Biafra Central Council, BCC, Biafra United Liberation Council, BULCO, and Biafra Intervention Project, BIP. In a statement, the group said that in addition to friendly nations and organizations, some individuals who have also contributed to the Biafra cause will be honored on that day, which set aside to celebrate the exploits of gallant Biafran soldiers during the war. The statement read partly, on May 30th, the members of all pro-Biafra groups and entire people of Biafra will converge on a stadium for Biafra Anniversary Convention. Some reputable and erudite scholars will deliver speeches on Biafra and her quest for freedom. We agreed on a more eloquent and interactive commemoration anniversary, where the members and people of Biafra will interface and reflect soberly on the real issues concerning Biafra emancipation. Pro-Biafra groups have unanimously agreed and resolved to jointly observe, commemorate, and celebrate the 52 years anniversary of Biafra Declaration by our foremost leader, Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu Ezigbo Gburugburu, on May 30th, 1967. Massive and other pro-Biafra groups will observe the May 30th Biafra Day in a unique form that will attract the presence of notable indigenous leaders of ethnic nationalities to Biafra land, as we plan to honor and celebrate the heroic exploits of our gallant Biafran soldiers and other individuals who contributed immensely towards the progress of our Biafra. We shall all honor other individuals, friendly nations, and organizations that assisted immensely in the survival of the people of Biafra. On Biafra, police speaks on what will happen as IPOB declares stay-at-home order in Anambra State. Police tell residents to ignore IPOB orders. Police command in Anambra State has asked residents of the state to disregard the stay-at-home order by the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. We recall that IPOB had released a statement where it stated its resolve to lock down Biafra land on May 30 in remembrance of slain Biafra citizens. The statement directed its members and all residents of the state to sit at home on Thursday, May 30th and continue their agitation for actualization of sovereign Biafra. However, the Anambra State Police Command, in a statement released to newsmen, which was signed by the Haruna Mohammed, Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Anambra State Command, on behalf of the state's police commissioner, said any directive from IPOB should be ignored. This is a press release by the Anambra State Police Command. According to them, information at the disposal of the Anambra State Police Command has revealed that the outlawed group, Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, are perfecting plans through public announcement and threats in Nnewi and other parts of the same in order to enforce a sit-at-home order, warning people to stay at home and not to come out for any business activities on the 30th of May 2019. 2. For the avoidance of doubt, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, is still a proscribed organization, hence all its activities remains illegal. 3. The Commissioner of Police, Anambra State Command, CP Muhammad Mustafa Dandora, enjoins Anambra to disregard alleged calls by any group urging them to sit at home on the 30th of May 2019 and go about their lawful businesses. 4. The CB further assures the public that adequate security arrangements have been put in place by combined security forces in the state to proactively nip in the bud any threat emanating from such groups. 5. Finally, the command will therefore not hesitate to deal decisively with and in accordance with the law any individual or group under any guise that will disrupt public peace in the state. This was signed by Superintendent Haruna, Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Anambra State Command, for Commission of Police, Anambra State. So, IPOB plan Sit at Home is having some setbacks. The police has told residents of indigents of the states to ignore the order by IPOB, saying IPOB is still a proscribed organization, that they don't have the right to declare a sit at home, and they tell people to go about their normal duties, that they shouldn't fear unrest because the security operatives are on ground to surmount any pressure from the group. Hello, in case you didn't hear, we wonder why Nigerian media outlets goes mute as Sierraleone's government visits Innoson. We wonder why they cast a blind side on the recent visit of delegations from the Sierraleone's government to Innoson's plant located in Nnewi. And even the Nigerian government has said nothing about that visit. On the May 4th, 2019, a delegation from the government of Sierraleone paid an official visit to Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Company Limited in Nnewi. The delegation was led by Mr. Edward A. Soloku, the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, who is supervising minister in charge of their police affairs. The factory visit was in response to an earlier official visit made on April 9, 2019 to Sierraleone by Chief Dr. Innoson Chukwuma, OFR, on the invitation by Sierraleone's President, His Excellency retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Mada Bill. During the facility tour of the factory, the head of the delegation, Honorable Soloku, expressed satisfactions on the facilities he and his team saw on the factory, as well as the production capacity of Innoson vehicles, and said truly Africa has come of age to take care of itself without foreign aid. The Honorable Minister further requested that Innoson vehicles should come and establish a company in Sierra Leone. Honorable Soloku equally assured Innoson vehicles that the Sierra Leone Minister of Defense and the Police Department have concluded plans to order Innoson vehicles for its operational purposes. Furthermore, on the visit was Mr. Isaac Ken Green, General Manager of Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, SLRTC, who requested that Innoson vehicles should partner with SLRTC in order for it to render its services more to the country. The SLRTC equally came into Nigeria with samples of their broken down buses spare parts, which they want Innoson vehicle to supply them. This material was provided by Colonel Osigwe, Head Corporate Commission, Innoson Group. We wish Innoson more progress. We are proud of you, Innoson. Innoson is a motor manufacturing company by an Igbo. We are proud of you, and we believe you will go higher. Igbo-born Tobechukwu Phillips shatters America School's 125-year academic history. An Igbo-born teenager, Tobechukwu Phillips, has charted the 125 academic history of her high school in Texas, U.S. Phillips, a student of Alvin High School, boasted of a 6.9 GPA after she earned A's throughout her stay in the school. She emerged the first black valedictorian in the school's history. Alvin High School was originally established in 1894. African American students were allowed to join the school in 1965. Speaking to Because of Them We Can't, Phillips said, "Maintaining the highest GPA in my class is a difficult task. It really takes time management, but more importantly, acknowledging what you do it for. I know that I am no longer just representing myself," she said. Phillips had a word of advice for other students. She said, "My biggest advice to other scholars is truly adopt the mindset of Rosa Parks. No, do not conform to the stereotypes that have held us under thorns for so long," she explained. "Do not be discouraged when someone speaks out against you. Simply allow what they say to fuel your fire. But more than anything, do not remain tight-lipped. Stand up for what you believe in and take it upon yourself to be the change you have always wanted. Say no to the ways of the world and stick out." Philip will attend the nursing school at the University of Texas on full scholarship later in the year. Her plan is to one day own her own clinic as a pediatric nurse practice. That's the feat of an Igbo girl. Wow. Igbos are doing exploits worldwide. We are proud of you. Igbo Area TV is proud of you. Tobechukwu Phillips. An Igbo, Victoria Obaze, becomes mayor in UK. Mrs. Victoria Baze, an Igbo from Imo State, made history as she was sworn into office as the first black civic mayor of London Borough Tower Hamlets, United Kingdom. Baze's inauguration is the latest in turn of events that have seen Nigerians emerge as mayor in their area councils of residence in the UK. It will be recalled that Mr. Ernest Izajogi and Mrs. Kate Anorue, both from Anambra State, were recently sworn in office as mayors of London Borough and of Brenton and Enfield, respectively. Obaze, who contested 3 previous councillorship elections in 2010, 2014, and as well as 2016, and failed, eventually succeeded in an election conducted on May 5, 2018 in Woodchapel Ward. She later became the council's deputy speaker following her nomination by her councillor colleagues, from where she took over the mantle as mayor of London Borough of Tower Hamlets. Wow, Igbos exploit and exploit. We're proud of you, Igbos. We're proud of you. Bundesliga made me, Okocha said. Football legend Austin Okocha says the German Bundesliga structure turned his career around for the better and helped him in becoming one of the most celebrated African players of his generation. Okocha landed in Germany as a 17-year-old in 1990 and penned a deal with third division side Borussia Neunkirchen before making an eye-catching move to Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga 2 years later. The young star would go on to dazzle the German top flight with his exquisite dribbling skills, which caught the eye of Nigerians back home and invariably earned him his Nigeria debut in 1993 at a 2-1 defeat to Ivory Coast in Abidjan in 1994 World Cup qualifiers. Looking back on his memorable career, the ex-midfielder, nicknamed JayJay, said the Bundesliga gave him the platform to excel. The Bundesliga is the league that made me, changed my life, and that was even when our people, Nigerians, did not know much about it, Okocha said at a press conference for the Bundesliga legend tour in Lagos. I got to Germany at 17 and was given the opportunity to excel. It's difficult to find that happening in any other places. In England, you have to play 75% of your country's game before you are considered. In the Bundesliga, they give you everything to express yourself. I always use myself as an example in the beginning. I never wanted to pass the ball, but they made me strike the right balance and used my talent to the advantage of the team. I can probably say that I have no scandal throughout my career, no serious injury worries because of what I was taught. How to live off the pitch. It was very important. If I have the opportunity, I ask every kid to start their careers in Germany. The structure they have is comparable to none. The retired former Super Eagles captain said he was happy that Nigerians could now enjoy the beauty of the Bundesliga, whose matches and highlights are not beamed live on start times. They have made it easier for us to watch most Bundesliga games live now. They bring the matches to us in our local languages and pidgin English as well. Before there was a language barrier, but now that has been broken, he added. That was an Igbo man, JayJay Okocha, who played for the Super Eagles. He talked about how going to German to pursue his football career turned around everything in his life. He never regretted it. No. That's what JayJay Okocha, an Igbo guy, is saying. Now on the foreign scene, Tanzania billionaire dies at 75, leaving $560 million behind for a 39-year-old wife, Jacqueline. Tanzanian business magnate Reginald Mengi has passed on at 75. The Tanzanian media and business executive confirmed that Mengi died on May 2, 2019 in Dubai. The tycoon left a 203 billion naira fortune, that's if we're to be reckoned in naira, to his 39-year-old wife and former Miss Tanzania, Jacqueline Mengi. The business world has lost one of their own, a 75-year-old tycoon and billionaire. Reginald Mengi passed on. Mengi, who was the richest man in Tanzania, left behind his young wife, Jacqueline, and their 4 children. It was gathered that Mengi passed on in the early hours of May 2, 2019 in Dubai. According to reports, the billionaire left behind $560 million, when converted to naira, 203,128,800,000 naira for his 39-year-old wife and former Miss Tanzania, making her the richest woman in East Africa. Reginald Mengi owns several businesses organizations, including Radio 1, ITV, IPP, Gold, and more. RIP to the dead. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. You can also visit our Facebook page and like the page. You can join our Facebook group, Igbo Area TV. God bless you and Bye for now.